عصف الأنين بداخلي، كم مرة قد ذاق قلبي من أساه محن تمر، وكم كرهت مصابها لكن رأيت الخير يسكب في أنا، كم مرة قد ضقت من عظم الباب. شمعة فرحة تضوي قلوب، والكل غنى بأحلى طروب، بالعيد اللي جانا وجاب كل خيراته من كل صوب.
وشمعة فرحة تضوي قلوب والكل غنى.
Alhamdulillah, we were able to bring all the community together. Community meaning all the families that we've been looking after for the last 8 months who will be taken out from the genocide. Mainly for the children, it's all it helps with their mental health and shows that they have a place where they belong. So as you can see, the Eid al-Adha celebration is taking place, and this will always come along with your support.
بأحلى طروب بالعيد اللي جانا وجاب كل خيراته من كل صوب،
ينثرها في وسط الروح والهم منا كله يروح.
ينثرها في وسط الروح والهم منا كله يروح.
ما يبقى لنا أي جروح نطويها لو عنا تروح.
شمعة فرحة تضوي قلوب والكل غنى بأحلى طروب، بالعيد اللي جانا وجاب كل خيراته من كل صوب. نرسم أحلى بسمة تمون عالغالي في صفحة كون.
نرسم أحلى بسمة تمون عالغالي في صفحة كون.
عانقنا وما فينا يهون للي بضعفه مغلوب،
والحب فينا ما يحتار
يهدينا سماته بكل دار.
الأكبر أحباب ونصغار
والغم منا كله يذوب،
والحب فينا ما يحتار
يهدينا سماته بكل دار.
الأكبر أحباب ونصغار والغم منا كله يذوب. شمعة فرحة تضوي قلوب والكل غنى بأحلى طروب، بالعيد اللي جانا وجاب كل.
ممنون جدا لان استضافونا للانسه هدى والاستاذ عمران. كان يوم جميل كثير، كل عام وانتم بخير ان شاء الله رب العالمين. صراحه قاموا بواجب ضيافه كثير كان رائع وجميل. بنتمنى انه اهلنا في غزه ينعم فيه عليهم السلام والامن، وانهم يكونوا بخير ويعيشوا اجواء جميله مثل اللي عشناها، وان شاء الله ربنا يديم عليكم الخير والافراح يا رب. والاطفال حقيقه كثير انبسطوا، راحوا على مدينه الثلج، انبسطوا وغيروا، وكانوا مفعمين بالطاقه والنشاط والحيويه، وفرغوا طاقتهم السلبيه. كانت مدينه الثلج كثير جميله وحلوه، وكان فيها كثير فقرات جميله وشيقه. تصوروا بعد ذلك نزلوا على وجبه الغداء، كانت كثير وجبه فاخره وجميله وشهيه للامانه. وممنونين جدا لكم، وكل عام وانتم بخير.
جيت اتعالج بمصر، معي مرض سرطان الجلد، وجت لنا عمتي هدى واخذتنا طشه وانبسطنا فيها، ويا ريت نروح كمان مره.
اليوم عمو عمران وخالته هدى اليوم جابونا هون على 6 ستار، ورحنا على مدينه الثلج، وهنا هون عشان نتغدى. وعن جد ميرسي، وانا نفسي يعني ان شاء الله بتفرج على كل اهل غزه.
على عهدي على ديني على ارض تلاقيني، انا لاهلي انا فديهم، انا دمي فلسطيني فلسطيني فلسطيني، انا دمي فلسطيني. على عهدي على ارض تلاقيني أنا أهلي أنا فيهم والله أنا دمي فلسطيني 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 أنا دمي فلسطيني وقفنا لك يا ديرتنا بعزتنا وعروبتنا أرض القدس نادتنا صوت أمي يناديني فلسطيني فلسطيني أنا دمي فلسطيني على أرض تلاقيني أنا أهلي أنا فيهم أنا دمي فلسطيني 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 أنا دمي فلسطيني
طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داع أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطاع.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Great. Gaza Relief Egypt Alliance team is officially launched. Walillahi alhamdu minna. You've seen the 5-minute production. This is what the Alliance team, especially on the ground in Egypt, and the brothers and sisters here in the UK are working towards a full comprehensive support for our Palestinian families, Ghazawis who are currently in Cairo. As you know, the aid trucks, charities pounced on it. They know now it's difficult, if not impossible, to get aid in. So now they're moving on to other ventures, and ultimately we, as part of the great team, would show you a presentation about our work, what we handle on the ground, the different clusters. This is the transparency that I've been talking about for the last 5 to 6 months. And I'm excited. Walillahi alhamd, may Allah accept it from us. May Allah accept it from the brothers and sisters who are working tirelessly in Egypt, and the brothers who founded this project in the UK. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep them, keep their intentions clean and keep their hearts pure, so that we could work. Not just once the war is over, like many you'll find now that the election is over, Gaza is not really, mentioned as much. It had its time and place, and now that the dust is settled, let's just go away in the night, under the night sky. Now, what do we do? What makes us different from others? That's what you might be asking, right? So, I'm not just going to show you a video like I've just done. That's it. Khalas, now send us money. No. I'm going to go into it in much, much detail and comprehensively. So you're content when you give us money, right? And when you donate to the project, you would know exactly where your money is going. And we've got Palestinian families that we speak with daily. May Allah reward the brothers and sisters. As you can see on screen, we've reached our target of £3,000. And this was support. Mahmoud Khalil, who I speak to regularly, who's the caretaker. It's his wife, who's the sister of the children who passed away, as well as the 4-month-old baby. And now that money will be given to them. I will be personally handing it out myself. So the money that I've raised, inshallah, next month, I'll be going personally, that's the plan, to hand it. And if I can't make it for whatever reason, the plan is sometime in August. If I can't, then I would show you who I've given the money to, the receipts and whatnot. You'll see. So there's nothing that I will be hiding. Rest assured, if anyone wants to ask me, believe you me, you can ask me and I will present that transparency. So as you can see on screen, we've got the Gaza Relief Egypt Alliance team, the presentation. This is what we've been waiting for. Help us to empower Palestinians in Egypt, working collaboratively to alleviate the burden and provide support for Palestinians in Egypt. So what's the context? Right, the context is, for the last 17 years, Gaza has been subjugated to a brutal siege, gravely impacting the healthcare system and public infrastructure. Since the 7th of October 2023, attacks on the healthcare sector has remained a strategic focus of Israeli aggression, in addition to all infrastructure essential to life, food systems, housing, education, sanitation, and more. 85%, more than 85% of the population in Gaza have been displaced at least once. Look at that, telling statistics. So, as you can see, we've got the collapse of the health system in Gaza. So you've got the different provinces. So you've got Rafah, Khan Yunis, Deir al-Balah, Gaza, and Shamal Gaza. And you've got hospitals not functioning, which is in red, hospitals damaged and half functioning in yellow, and hospitals fully functioning in green. PHCC not functioning, PHCC functioning, red and green. So as you can see, how many hospitals, as you can see in red, and you've got many in sort of yellow, and only a handful in green. Subhanallah al-Azim. Also, as you can see on screen, rapid needs assessment. A rapid needs assessment conducted to assess the context and scope of needs of beneficiaries that may arise. This has been conducted using raw, approximate quantitative data as well as qualitative data captured on the ground in Egypt. So there's 100,000 Palestinians in Egypt, 500 exiting Gaza every day, right? Gazans in hospitals, 5,000, 13,000 students, and 6 to 10 urgent cases. So the context for Gazans now living in Egypt: official patient transfer, Hala Consulting and Tourism, so they're the one that handle the evacuees, it's an Egyptian company, and 3 MOFA. Okay, the 3 scenarios where people can leave Gaza for medical treatment. Number 1, patients on official WHO evacuation are transferred from Gaza into Egyptian MOH hospitals, Ministry of Health. Number 2, patients in urgent need of care that have the funds to evacuate themselves due to long wait times and official lists. So that's number 2, where they can evacuate. And then lastly, chronic illnesses, patients who are not eligible for official lists due to long-term care needs who pay to evacuate themselves. So that's the 3 scenarios that Gazans or Ghazawis are allowed to, or not allowed, but 1 obviously on the official list and 2 pay for it themselves, and it costs a lot. Now, the gaps in basic needs, and this is what charities don't tell you. What they do is just, give them some packs, hand them some money, and that's it. Whereas with G.R.E.A.T, we have done a analysis and we understand the type of support that they need. It's not short term, it's long term. So number 1, housing for the foreseeable future whilst they are stuck in Egypt. They're not going to go back to Gaza anytime soon. Number 2, support and funds for official papers, passport on case-by-case basis. So we support with that as well. Number 3, funds for basic needs, food, transportation, and clothing. That's very important, right? Transportation. And I'll get to that from my own experience later. Number 4, education for children and existing university students. This is vitally important. We cannot neglect the education of the Gazans who have left. It's good for a child to just give them a bit of money and pay for their rent. We don't want to just give them a basic lifeline. No, or a simple lifeline. This is comprehensive. Number 5, trainings and work opportunities for adults. So whilst they're in Egypt, we need to be investing in opportunities and training that they can gain as skills or life skills so that they can succeed in Egypt, however long they are planning on staying there. And number 6, culturally appropriate mental support for the evacuees and stranded. So we need to give them that support culturally, appropriate. It's not just give them support and, it's very, it's outside the norms and culture of the Ghazawis, the Islamic Muslim, culture that we have. We have to make sure it's culturally supported and appropriate. So now you might ask, who are we, right? Who are we? Who is G.R.E.A.T? Let's get into this and let's show you the team. We have Muhammad Imran Ali, known as Irish Imi. He's a philanthropist and donors representative. He's a businessman from the United Kingdom with a track record in providing first-hand humanitarian aid and relief to people affected by crises and disasters around the world. Managed governmental, diplomatic and donor relations in Egypt and the UK. He's been involved in speaking to justice ministers of Palestine, the ambassadors of Palestine, or those who are in Cairo, so the Palestinian representatives of those in Cairo. Performed field trips and visits across Egypt to provide in-kind and cash aid. Initiated the first of its kind medical treaty with Palestine Hospital and oversaw the relief operations. So there's much work behind the scenes that we work with the Palestine Hospital in Cairo, contribute to the medical support, and it's ongoing. This is ongoing support. Many families that G.R.E.A.T are supporting. So that's Muhammad Imran Ali. Now we have Amira Nimrawi, okay, and she's the International Relations and Humanitarian Response Advisor. Palestine or Palestinian Social Impact Specialist for Palestinian Medical Relief Society, and CEO of Health Workers for Palestine. So Amira, Program Development and Design, International and Regional Advocacy, as well as donor relations, case management of specific medical cases, and on the ground support advisory role. So Amira gets involved, hands-on. She's been involved in many protests, an asset to have to the team. So you have Samiha Muhammad Siri. She's a Procurement and Families Liaison Officer, Syrian-Egyptian mother of two, working as an admission coordinator in an international school in Egypt with a major in political science. Previously worked at the Egyptian Ministry of International Cooperation and gained expertise in the field of NGOs. Responsible for initiating contact with Palestinian families evacuated to Egypt, identifying their basic necessities and sourcing reasonably priced goods to meet their needs. Okay? And we have much more volunteers that are on the ground that we are working with, that we are helping and we are supporting. Now, my review of my trip to Egypt and speaking to many different Palestinian families, taking their numbers, communicating them even till now. And how I viewed the situation in Egypt was, okay, they've evacuated and now we need to support them financially and we need to pay for their rent and we need to, pay for their food and that's it. But lo and behold, the Palestinians, subhanAllah al-Azim, are not just looking for us to give them handouts. And they're very proud people. And we have to appreciate the culture. When we say culture appropriate, we have to be very, very careful regarding how we approach it. Many brothers just come and they have family, they have people around them and they go into their house and their sisters there and they make a video. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. And people need to be very, very careful and extremely careful of how they conduct themselves. So I thought that's it. But then when they explained their situation, they were financially quite comfortable in Gaza. One I spoke to, Brother Tahir, he graduated in Casablanca University in engineering and aircraft. These are highly intellectual, intelligent families that we are speaking to. But just because of the dhuruf, because of the circumstances of the genocide and the war, they're struggling. And we need to be very comprehensive in how we support them. So that was very, very enlightening for me when speaking to them. I was like, okay, it's just not, give them money and pay for their rent and, tap yourself on the back. It's educational. It's dealing with their trauma. Many of the children are suffering extreme trauma due to the bombings. And, you see it in their eyes and their behavior, their movements, their body language. And that was telling. That was very telling. And I communicated with various families. Now, with this project, if anyone wants to get involved, please reach out to me. Please reach out to Irish IMI. And various contacts that we will release in due course. We will be having events, launching the project up and down the country. And if you want to get involved, if you want to go out, we'll be more than willing to provide you information with people on the ground. We'll be more than happy to facilitate the visit of the hospitals, of the families. Volunteers on the ground in Egypt will support you and they would take you to whatever family. They will also give you the option which family you want to donate to. Because remember, these families are being supported to a certain extent, but we need more long-lasting support, ongoing support. And bi-idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I will assure you that there are many families, healthy percentage I would even say, that families have been promised false promises. And these individuals have underdelivered. I'm not going to mention any names. Underdelivered. And then families come to us and then we take it on. Subhanallah al-Azim, and the brothers and the sisters on the ground support them immensely. Now, there's abuse, and I'm not denying that. There is abuse of false promises. Oh, we will pay for this and we'll pay for that. And then in the end, delays as well. So whilst they promise, they delay in, and this is my personal first-hand confirmation after speaking to them. They've confirmed it. Sustainability is crucial, is vital. It's not just, come out there, hand an envelope, hand this, and that's it. You know what? Okay, we've given now, hand more donation. No, it's sustainability, not just for social media. Not just for social media. And let me be honest, and one of the volunteers raised this point to me when I was there. She mentioned, if this war happened in the 90s, this genocide that's happening now, in the 90s, you will not find many NGOs because they can't put it on social media, right? And I'm not saying all, but there's an issue here of, and look, I went to Egypt. Did you see me record any videos whilst I was there? I waited till I got back. And there was donations that I was given within family and friends, and there was a sister who was suffering from leukemia and breast cancer, and they didn't even tell her that she had breast cancer, only the volunteers knew and the husband. And with your donations, walillahi alhamdu wa minna, I think it was about £915. Brother Irish Imi was there. We went to the bank, £915 I exchanged. It was about, I think, how much was it? Was it 55,000 Egyptian pounds? And one of the volunteers handed it to him, and I'll play the video now.
So explain what you just done.
We've given a donation to this family who have left Gaza, going through leukemia as children who obviously need to get into education. So with your donation that you've given, handed it to the family, the husband. So hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, with your donations, they'll be supported. The sister will also get treated as well, and the children will get some education, whilst they're in Egypt, waiting on them to return. So Allah barik feek, may Allah bless you all, and inshallah ta'ala, hopefully your donation goes far, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala duplicate your rewards in this type of area. Salam.
Just to add as well, our impact, like for food, how much money we spent, for cash assistance in embassies, cash assistance at North Sinai, cash assistance in G.R.E.A.T or G.R.E.A.T area pre-Eid, and medical expenses. As you can see, our impact, basic items, shelter, rented apartments, shelter, 4-star hotel, education. This is figures, or the latest figures up until June, the middle of June. These are the figures that we've got. Walillahi alhamdu wa minna. Great Gaza Relief Egyptian Alliance team has been launched. Walillahi alhamd. And anyone that wants to reach out to me, please do. Anyone wants to reach out to Irish Imi, please do. We're more than happy to answer your questions. There's 26 lives, there'll be events. So rest assured, in the coming weeks and months, there'll be more information on how to get involved. As I said, this is your project. We want everyone to get involved as much as they can, bi-idhnillah. Now, a request from me, there's a family that has a disabled child. His name is Adam. I've spoken to the mother, Noura, and I've spoken to her husband when I was there in Egypt, and I've kept in touch with them. And I will be launching a Just Giving page for them. Here's the son. His name is Adam. Subhanallah al-Azim. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant. So as you can see with the diagnosis, the above mentioned child is a known case of operated CHD, DORV, complicated brain anoxia, global development delay. He suffers from epilepsy, various health issues. I've seen him. May Allah grant him a complete shifa. And the family are suffering. They require your support. As you can see, the documents in front of you. Here's the child, as you can see. His name's Adam, and you got his passport, and the family are struggling. And they need support, medical, transportation, food, rent. Inshallah, about probably £3,000. I don't want to be asking for high amount, and this is ongoing support. So anyone that still wants to continue to support them, please do. And this Just Giving, bi-idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will be available in the description. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless every single one of you that donated to the previous project. As I said, I'll be going out, inshallah, that's the plan, to hand over the money myself. And I will show you the transfer, meaning the receipt that when I exchanged from, I think it's Bank Masriya, and I will hand that over to them as well. So the challenges we face: lack of access to information. Major challenge. We need to get as much information as possible, and that's what we find sometimes, the lack of access to information. Poor hospitality conditions, lack of equal opportunity for treatment, inconsistency in access to public hospitals, lack of coordination among NGOs, poor legal measures, restricted space for non-Egyptian NGOs, lack of sustainable humanitarian work or structure. Lessons learned: usually one case is a whole family of needs. Focus should be on fostering independence. People are in need for Palestinian community for mental safety, and serious gap in care needs to be addressed urgently. So the suggested solution is, our proposed solution is an end-to-end ecosystem designed to reduce gaps in care and meet all needs of every individual we come in contact with. We have taken a holistic approach and aim to strengthen other work being done by other entities to work collectively towards a sustainable solution. Referral pathway, health partners, donors to collaborate and report it. And there you can see the digital ecosystem that we are aiming to operate. I'm just excited. I've been speaking about this for 6 months. There needs to be a tweak in the charity sector. So great. Gaza Relief Egypt Alliance team, and inshallah events will be held in a major city near you. Bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala to launch G.R.E.A.T. It will be a full presentation. We'll have guest speakers. Bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Bi'idhnillah al-kareem. So take care of yourselves. Spread the word. Inshallah. Get in touch. Get involved. Not just get in touch with us. Get involved. It's your project. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad.
ليس الغريب غريب الشام واليمن إن الغريب غريب اللحد والكفن إن الغريب له حق لغربته على المقيمين في الأوطان والسكن سفر بعيد وزاد لن يبلغني وقوتي ضعفت والموت يطلبني ما أحلم الله عني حيث أمهلني وقد تماديت في ذنبي ويسترني تمر ساعة